Okay, so next we're going to look at the letter writing task. So the topic that we've got is that on a recent holiday, you lost some valuable item to you. Okay, fortunately, you have travel insurance to cover the cost of anything lost. Write a letter to the manager, so it should be formal to someone you don't know, of your insurance company. Then what are you going to include in your letter? Your letter, describe the item you lost. Okay, so talk about it. So I'm thinking, okay, this is your chance to improve your vocabulary. Okay, because you're describing something, so this should be your chance to show off what vocabulary you know. Explain how you lost it. Okay, so explain how you lost it. I'm thinking, okay, I need to be talking about some kind of sequence of events. Okay, what happened first, then after that, and then unfortunately after that something else happened. Okay, so this is where you get to use your connectives and your linking vocabulary to show that you can talk about things that happened in the past in sequence. And then the last thing is to tell the insurance company what you would like them to do. So for me, this is your chance to show off your grammar, okay? You're talking about a hypothetical in the future. What would you like them to do? Would it be possible if you could do this for me? Or if I do this, could you do that? If I send you the police report, could you refund me the full cost of the whatever it was that you lost, okay? So those are your sort of three things that you've got to hit. You've got to cover all of them to get a good task completion score, 150 words, and they give you the following how to start, dear sir or madam. Okay, so let's look and see what this candidate did. So what, dear sir or madam, good morning. I had a vacation in Toronto during this long weekend. Okay, so the first thing I think when I see this and I say this long weekend, okay, long weekend, it's too vague. Okay, if you were really writing a letter to an insurance company, you wouldn't be this sort of informal or vague. Okay, I want you to be specific and you should give me the dates. Okay. So during this weekend, and then maybe you could put in bracket, you know, the 12th to 13th of November or whenever your fake dates are. Okay. Also this idea of a long weekend. This is something that a lot of people say, but British people and American people don't ever say long weekend. Okay. So if you're in the UK, if you're in Britain, we call it a bank holiday weekend. Okay. We never really say a long weekend. Bank holiday weekend is what we call it in the UK. So just calling something a long weekend is a bit too vague for me. So either give specific dates or be specific to Britain and UK and say during this previous bank holiday weekend. I had a vacation in Toronto during the bank holiday weekend last week or during the bank holiday weekend in November. But unfortunately, I lost my wallet near the CN Tower. I called to tour bus company. I called the tour bus company and CNN Tower and the CNN Tower Information Center to find my wallet, but there was no wallet. Okay, my wallet is a red color and it has a flower printing on the center. In addition, in the side pocket, there are picture, me and my mum together. There are picture. So is it singular or is it plural? Okay, you could also say there are pictures of me and my mum together, or there is a picture of me and my mum together. Okay, so this kind of either side, are they doing singular or are they doing plural? So the first thing I think of when I look at this first paragraph is I'm thinking, how many times are they going to say wallet? Okay. So it's often people think that the only solution to this is to paraphrase. But to be honest, with wallet, there aren't that many different words you can say for wallet. Okay. You can say purse. You could say bag, but even bag doesn't really have the same meaning. Okay. And wallet tends to be used more by men and purse tends to be used more by women, okay? So how can you stop yourself repeating the same word over and over in your answer if there's not really a good paraphrase for it, okay? So this is where you need to be able to get good at referencing in your answer, okay? Using stuff like it, that, this, okay? So if we said here, for example, I lost my wallet near the CNN Tower. I called the tour bus company and seen it, but to find it, but there was no wallet, but it was not there. Okay. So just by referencing, by replacing wallet with it here, you've not only shown that you understand the grammar concept, because that's quite a high level grammar thing to do, but you've also eliminated the fact that you keep saying wallet over and over again. Okay. And so you've increased your grammar score by doing referencing, and you've also improved your vocabulary score because your examiner is not thinking, or they keep just writing wallet over and over again. Okay. So if that's an issue you feel like you have in your writing, I always recommend that you want to look at referencing and using these words to replace using the same noun over and over. So then we start. My wallet is red color. So my wallet is red and it has a flower printing on the center. Okay. The next thing I'm thinking when I'm reading this is the manager of your insurance company. Okay, so if you look at the task, you're writing to your insurance company because you want to get money back. Okay, this isn't lost and found. This isn't the police. Why would your insurance company care if your wallet is red and has flower printing? Okay, so what this person has read in the answer is they've written describe the item you've lost, and they've decided to physically describe the wallet. I would argue that in this context, you're writing to an insurance company. The insurance company doesn't need to know that your wallet was red and had flowers on it. That's not really relevant to the task, and it doesn't really fit with what you're trying to say. So I would say in this context, that if you're describing the item you lost, would be describing, how important. Okay, this is also describing how important was it. You're making an appeal, right, to your insurance company to give you money for it. So you want to describe how important it was. This is the wallet that I've had ever since I was a small child. The wallet that was given to me by my grandma when I won the swimming competition, and therefore the loss of my wallet was really devastating. Okay, so this is also describing, okay, because you're describing what the item is, not only its physical appearance, and that fits more in the context of what they're asking you to do. So if I'm writing to an insurance company because I want them to give me money, I'm trying to appeal to them why they should refund me money for this item. And the way I do that is by describing how important the item was to me. So I think this was something that when I read this answer sounded quite strange to me and out of place. If you were writing to the tour bus company because you're asking them to try and find your wallet, this would be important information. But in this context, the insurance company is the important thing you need to remember. So the other thing I think when I look at this first paragraph is, again, I'm thinking this looks kind of short. I know they ask you to write 150 words. I think a lot of candidates think that you should only write 150 words or as close to 150 words as possible. But honestly, writing slightly more is always better, okay? And that's just your minimum, a minimum of 150 words, okay? And I always recommend that people try and write more if they've got more to say. So there was some good stuff I liked. It was I like this sentence, but unfortunately, that was a good, I like the word unfortunately, that was a good grammar in this sentence, that we've got a nice clause here. Okay, so I thought that was a good sentence, nicely constructed. I like the use of in addition here as a nice clause, in addition in the side pocket. So there are pictures, so I thought that was they tried to use two more sophisticated sentences there, and so I liked that. So if we move on to the second half, again, when I'm thinking the first thing I think when I look at this, I'm like, is this in total, is this 150 words? It looks too short, okay? So that's what I'm thinking as the examiner. So what does the candidate say? I think when I bought coffee in the tour lounge, after then I took my wallet in the counter. I didn't bring it when I left there. Okay, so they've got the sequencing wrong, sounds strange in the sentence. So it should be, I think, when I bought coffee in the tour lounge, so it should be, I think, after I bought coffee in the tour lounge, I took my wallet in the counter. In the counter? That doesn't really make sense. So maybe it's like I took my wallet out, or I left my wallet on the counter. So maybe that's what they were trying to say. I left my wallet on the counter, and I didn't bring it when I left there. So instead of I didn't bring it or I didn't pick it up. Okay, so I can see here what the candidate's trying to do is they explain how you lost it. So that's the bit we're trying to do here, and it's just the sentence is a bit confusing and it's a bit mechanical. I bought coffee in the tour lounge and I left my wallet on the counter and I didn't pick it up when I left there. And then we go into these kind of short sentences. I bought it just 2 months ago. I would like to claim the amount of that wallet. And I attach the receipt of the wallet and the claim form. Okay, so then they break into these kind of 4 short sentences at the end of their paragraph. So what's this telling me? That they're writing in simple sentences. They're not linking their ideas together. It's not flowing. So this is not good for the coherence and cohesion and also the grammar score. So we've got here, I would like to claim the amount of that wallet. the amount of what? The amount of what was in it. So I would like to claim, it should be the value, the money value, the value of that wallet, not amount. I would like to claim the value of that wallet, and I attach the receipt. So I have attached, okay, I have attached the receipt of what wallet? Of my wallet, of the wallet, and the claim form. Okay, please find the attached file and check the price and detail on it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Best regards, Yusol. Okay, so if I'm writing a formal email, you want to have your first name and you want to have your family name as well, okay? Because it's not on a first name basis, because it's a manager of a company that you've never met. So again, I thought the main issue was that this felt too broken and too simple for me, and I think would be much better if it was linked together, and especially because you're trying to describe events, I would have liked to have seen more detail. So I said this was too short. What more information could this candidate have included? Okay, they could have talked about the police report. You know, you lost your wallet, didn't you go to the police or something? So maybe you could say, I didn't pick it up when I left the coffee shop. I went after I realized it was gone. I went to the police station and they took my report, or something like that. So you can talk about that. You can talk about, you can give more details about your insurance, okay? Because you're pretending that you're writing to an insurance company. So you could include information, the things you would normally put in email, maybe your customer reference number, or maybe the date that you took out the insurance, or the person who sold you the insurance, or something like that. So you could include some more detail about that, because if you were thinking about it, if you were really writing to an insurance company, that's the kind of information you would include. So that's how you can sort of bulk out your answer and make it a little bit longer. So overall, I gave this 5.0. I thought task achievement was fine because they did, you know, the candidate did address all parts of the task. I would argue not fully, and they didn't extend. So for example, describe the item that you lost, I think could be described more. The chain of events and the things that happened, I think could also be described more. And they did tell me what they wanted to happen. They said that I would like to claim the value of the wallet. Okay, but again, it was too short, and I think could have been extended more. What do you want them to do? You know, pay it to you in cash, bank transfer, however, you could give more detail there. Coherence and cohesion, again, I gave a 5 because I felt they're not linking enough between sentences, and there were those 4 very short, choppy sentences. Vocabulary, I give the 4.5. So they keep saying wallet over and over again. And then the same with the grammar. Okay, I'll give it 5 points. So overall, I thought was okay, but not great. And so if I was recommending what to improve, I would definitely recommend that they check out about referencing in terms of repeating the same nouns over again. I would talk to them more about thinking more realistically about the situation, okay, and showing sophistication of your ideas, okay, showing you can write a sophisticated high-level answer because you understand the question in a more sophisticated high-level way, and you're not just taking it on this very basic kind of answer. So that's what I would recommend that this candidate focuses on.